Um, Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF NXT. I, Gorilla Monsoon, with Corey Graves and with Booker T. And today on NXT, we just want to talk about what happened yesterday on Monday Night Raw. On Monday Night Raw, Gorilla Monsoon says, when we saw Cody Rhodes beat Santos Escobar, and hopefully that will give him the right, to fight for the TWF heavyweight winnings, Gorilla Monsoon says. And is Astronema going heel? Your guess is good as mine. Well, to tell you the truth, Gorilla, I don't know if Astronema's going heel or not, but I do know it came out like she was throwing Daniel Bryan under the lorry, and if that's what she was doing, then that's kind of sad, that Astronema would shift heel, or she would do that to Daniel Bryan. But then again, she's only been in the TWF since 2020, YL, and that's not really that long ago, Corey Graves says. Hey, I tell you one thing, Booker T says. Cody Rhodes was a good TWF heavyweight fighter, but he wasn't going to hold on to that strap forever. Either he was going to lose it or it was going to be taken off of him, Gorilla. Either way, it was a good call. So you're telling me, Booker T, that if a wrestler or overstar isn't wounded, isn't sick, you just take the strap off of him when you feel like it? Would you stop? Nah, that's what I do in WOR, but then I don't do that either in WOR, Booker T says. But I'm telling you, that's what Astronema did. And I think it was the only call Astronema could make. And most likely Astronema has been busy because she has been busy, because she's going to be doing something. Well, let's go to ring now, Gorilla Monsoon says, so we can hear from our beloved overseer of leadership, Astronema. Hey everyone, I want to welcome you all to NXT. Now, first off, no one really seems to know what NXT stands for, and everyone has this held belief that NXT stands for something, or is something bad, or something sinful, or something not right. Well, it stands for next. They just took the E out of next. Anyway, that's not the grounds of this. Today, we will have to name a new overseer, one who I truly believe will do what I think is right for business. Now, ever since I became the overseer of leadership at the TWF back in 2021 YL, I had to go through main overseers that didn't quite do things right. I mean, we had Baron Corbin, then I had John Bradshaw Lakefield, then I had Daniel Bryan. And I think I got to go with I got to pick someone who I know I can trust. Someone I truly believe can do the right thing, when the right thing is needed. So, as of right now, I would like to, folks, help me and welcome the new main overseer of the Toy Wrestling Gathering. That's right. He is a two-time WWE Hall of Honor look. He is a former NWA, WWF, and WCW heavyweight fighter. He is Ric Flair. Ric Flair is the main overseer to TWF now. Gorilla Monsoon says, has Astronema lost his mind? Has she lost her mind? Has she not seen what he did when he was the four-sitter of WCW in his first run, 9 between 98 YL to 9 between 99 YL, and his two-diff run as the four-sitter of WCW 20-0 to 2001 YL, and then as the main half owner of WWF, WWE, and the four-sitter WWE from 2001 YL to 2002 YL, as well being the main overseer of Raw. Isn't it great that the Nature Boy is now in might? And I know what you're thinking. Rick, can anyone trust you to be the main overseer of the TWF? Even though you were the force setter, you were the unscreened force setter, WCW, from the end of 9 between 98 YL to 9 between 99 YL, and I was the head leadership follower WCW from 2000 to 2001 YL, the half owner of WWF, WWE, the force setter of WWE from 2001 to 2002 YL, and the main overseer Raw 2002 YL though. But I got it together. You see, Astronema wanted someone who could make the greatest matches. Someone who can keep law and setup. And she said, Rick, you're the only one that I can trust to do it. So, here's what we're going to do. Since we all know that the World Heavyweight Winnings is no longer a thing, but I say it needs to be a thing. You know? So as of right now, Seth Rollins, who is the TWF heavyweight fighter, will meet Cody Rhodes sometime next month. Now, when I get to another strap that needs to be dealt with, no one come more near to dealing with than Ric Flair. You're the one that Astronema has now given the keys to the kingdom to. The keys to the Kaiserreich to, huh? If you're saying that I am the first wicker, then yes, I will be the nearest thing to a first wicker that you have. And it wasn't only Astronema, the overseer of leadership. It was the force setter and head leadership follower of the TWF, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, who also felt that I should also be put in this stead as well as the TWF Board of Overseers and the TWF Oversight Gathering. Now, you know that I was a former TWF women heavyweight fighter, a former TWF woman world heavyweight fighter, and you know that I need to get my hands on either Io Shirai or Roxanne Perez. Now, can you do that for me here today? Well, let me think about that. Rhea Ripley, one of the greatest woman wrestlers to ever come from the folkwell of the settled of the southern land. You won the WWE NXT Woman. You won the WWE NXT UK Woman Heavyweight Winnings. You won the WWE NXT Woman Heavyweight Winnings. You won the WWE Woman Heavyweight Winnings. And you won the Woman World Heavyweight Winnings, on top of being a WWE Woman Tag Team Fighter. Queen of the Ring, no, you didn't get that rank. But you did win a Kingly Thunder one time. Yes, I can do that. If you want to fight Rhea Ripley for the TWF Woman World Heavyweight Winnings, then by all means, I will give that to you. Woo! Rick, don't be caving into Rhea Ripley because she thinks she's all that. I mean, come on. Rhea Ripley isn't all that. And there are a lot more great wrestlers that came from the folk wealth of the southern land besides her. You know? And keep in mind, Rick, Rhea Ripley can't say she did any of those things in WWE in a short time like me. I'm now 23 years old. But I already held the ROW Woman Heavyweight Winnings, the ROH Woman Heavyweight Winnings. I already held the WWE Woman and the WWE NXT Woman Heavyweight Winnings 2 times, and the WWE Women's Tag Team, WWE NXT Women's Tag Team Winnings once. I did all of that quicker than you ever did in WWE NXT UK or NXT UK or NXT or Raw or SmackDown or Speed or, you know, Evolve or For Long or any of that shit. Roxanne Perez, yeah, you may have bloody won straps before you may have done everything in a shorter time than I did. But you can't say that you're Rhea Bloody Ripley. You can't say that you overtook. And you can't say that you beat every woman wrestler there was. I have onlook on NXT, Raw, and SmackDown, Speed, Evolve, For Long, whatever other teams or shows there is, I have onlook for. Even on Main Event or Main Show. Well, I'm not frightened of you. Hey, we need to get a fight keeper in the ring. And I don't care if it's the woman one. I don't care if the man one. I don't even care. Well, now we got the match going now. We gotta get this match started now. Well, this match is for the TWF Women's Heavyweight Winnings. First, she is from the folk wealth of the Southern Land, Rhea Ripley. And she is the TWF Woman Heavyweight Fighter, Roxanne Perez. Well, now Ric Flair is now the main overseer of the TWF now. And old Rhea Ripley has body slammed Roxanne Perez. I know Girl Monsoon said this isn't how it played out yesterday on Monday Night Raw, WWE's one. Oh, and Roxanne Perez is in a bind right now with Rhea Ripley, Girl Monsoon says. Yeah, I mean, it's almost as if Astronema doesn't know who to have the main overseer. I mean, we already went from Baron Corbin to John Bradshaw Layfield to Daniel Bryan, now to Ric Flair now. And you know he can't be trusted, Corey Graves says. What do you mean he can't be trusted, Booker T says. He never did nothing wrong to me when he was the unscreened four-setter WCW those 2 times. When he was the unscreened main half owner of WWF WWE. Booker T said. Yeah, because you were a heel, Booker T. And he really didn't care that much about to do anything to you, Gorilla Monsoon says. But it didn't mean he didn't wrong many other folks or make some bad calls, Gorilla Monsoon said. Now, would you be earnest? Well, Rhea Ripley right now is overtaking Gorilla Monsoon. Oh, and Roxanne Perez is hoping that she can't outmind Rhea Ripley. And she can outspeed Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley's got her beat with the might, I can tell you that. And now Roxanne Perez wanted to do pop rocks to Rhea Ripley, but that didn't happen. Girl Monsoon says, well, do you think Rhea Ripley can beat Roxanne Perez with the Riptide? Girl Monsoon says, we'll see if that happens, Corey Graves says. I don't know if that'll happen or not. That'll be a bad thing if Rhea Ripley beats Roxanne Perez, Booker T said. One of my learners from my wrestling business. 1, 2, and only a kick out. Looks like Rhea Ripley wants to do a little bit more to your former learner. Girl Monsoon says, I think you didn't teach Roxanne Perez onlook or class, Booker T. Girl Monsoon says, you didn't teach her that while she was wrestling underneath wrestling for you. Oh, and Roxanne Perez has knocked down Rhea Ripley, Girl Monsoon says. First off, Booker T says, it's all about winnings and gals, Girl Monsoon. You said once yourself, if you're not here to win a strap, why are you here for? Yeah, but what I also said was you'd also have onlook for your fellow wrestler, or your fellow overstar, or fellow fighter, or whatever, Girl Monsoon says. So don't shift my words. around Booker T. And Roxanne Perez is now in a bind again. I can tell you right now, Corey Graves says, Roxanne Perez is in a bind, and you need to get out of it all. And Rhea Ripley just went right into the ring steeple. Roxanne Perez just caught her with the pop rocks. And it looks like this match is over. 1, 2. What the fuck? Fight Lord! Don't you see Roxanne Perez's feet is on the rope? Look up, Gorilla Monsoon says. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, and still the TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter, Roxanne Perez. It's a misbirth. Shit. Well, it's a misbirth of right here, Gorilla Monsoon says, that Roxanne Perez put her feet on the rope to get the unfair upper hand to beat Rhea Ripley. And Booker T, we know how happy you are about your former learner cheating to win, Gorilla Monsoon says. You got that right, Gorilla Monsoon. I taught Roxanne Perez well. I taught her how to win. I taught her how to cheat. I taught her everything you need to know to be a good, skilled wrestler. No need which skilled wrestling business you happen to work for, Booker T says. Yeah, and you didn't teach her any class and on-look. You didn't teach her good sportswomanship, did you, Booker T? I guess you didn't, Gorilla Monsoon says. Yeah. Well, Corey Graves says, I guess at the end of the day, Corey Graves says that didn't happen. At the end of the day, Roxanne Perez has beat Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley. Both of them in their own right, both great women wrestlers, or women overstars, or women fighters, Corey Graves says. And I can tell that Rhea Ripley is pissed off about what happened. And I wouldn't like to be Roxanne Perez when she gets her hands on her. Well, speaking of that, we now have my good friend I've known since between 93 YL, Jim Ross. Thank you, Gorilla Monsoon. I'm going to be talking with Rhea Ripley here today on NXT. First off, Rhea, sorry things didn't quite work out and Roxanne Perez cheated to keep the TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings. First off, Jim Ross, when I get my hands on Roxanne Perez, no one's going to keep her well. Not Booker T. No one. Roxanne Perez can talk about how she won the ROW heavyweight winnings, how she won the ROW woman heavyweight winnings, how she was the first ROH woman heavyweight fighter, how she was a two-time WWE NXT woman heavyweight fighter, how she was a one-time WWE NXT women's tag team fighter. Well, when I get my hands on her, it's not going to care. Because I was a former WWE NXT UK woman heavyweight fighter, a former WWE NXT woman heavyweight fighter, a former WWE woman heavyweight fighter, a former woman world heavyweight fighter, and a former WWE women's heavyweight fighter. And I'm going to get my hands on Roxanne Perez. And when I do, I will be a two-time TWF woman heavyweight fighter. Well, Jim Ross says, we saw all the things you've done, Rhea Ripley, both on NXT UK, NXT, Raw, SmackDown, Speed, Main Event, Main Show, Evolve, Forward, And I know you will get your hands on Roxanne Perez one day. Yeah, I will, Jim Ross. It will happen. And Roxanne Perez, you can run, but you cannot hide from Rhea Bloody Ripley. Well, that's my talk with Rhea Ripley. Back to you, Gorilla Monsoon. Well, thank you, Jim Ross, for talking with Rhea Ripley today on NXT. And that's all the time we got here for NXT. Gorilla Monsoon with Corey Graves and Booker T. We hope you like NXT, and we'll see you tomorrow for Dynamite, or Might.